What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again giving you guys another review. Well, guys, I'm finally here. If you didn't see on my Facebook or Twitter, I've moved houses. That's right, I've been keeping this a little bit of a secret. I'm moved in, I'm settled, and I'm ready to get back doing reviews for you guys. This weekend, I'm going to be reviewing the BFG, directed by the one and only Steven Spielberg, starring Mark Rylance and Ruby Barnhill. So the plot to this movie is about a little girl played by Ruby Barnhill who's up every single night having dreams and visions of this big gigantic giant, the BFG, constantly roaming through the neighborhood at night. And one night he does roam around the neighborhood, he finds the little girl and he takes her to Giant Country, this big gigantic world where giants live and breathe the earth. And so the little girl and the giant have this great relationship along the way. And then there are these other big gigantic giants that live in this world who are bullies. They want to do harm to this world. And so the little girl and the BFG, they have to stop them. So the BFG was a movie that I was really anticipating because it's directed by Steven Spielberg. This man is one of the best directors alive. I mean, look at his filmography. I don't even have to say them. It speaks for itself. Spielberg can still do movies well. And Spielberg is a director that's not really known for making kids' movies. Well, you could say E.T. the Extraterrestrial was his best known kids film from 1982. But with this movie, it's based off a book. And what did I think of the BFG, guys? I was very impressed by this movie. Leaving the theater, I only had one word to describe this movie. It was cute. And when I say cute, I definitely mean that a good way. So, let's talk about the positives and negatives of the BFG. The first thing that I must talk about with this movie are the two strong performances by the two stars. First, let's start off with Mark Rylance as the voice of the BFG. This is his second movie he's doing with Spielberg. I thought he gave a fantastic performance in Bridge of Spies, and he gives another fantastic performance as the big friendly giant. He's very likable, very cute, and very charming. The BFG is a very likable character in this movie, and it was awesome. Do you guys want to know who my favorite performance in this movie was? It hands down is Ruby Barnhill. She is so good in this movie. I can say this is the best child performance from Spielberg since Henry Thomas in E.T. She was so great. She's a very stubborn girl, let me say. Oh man. And when she is stubborn, that's where she shines. And she definitely showed it in this movie for sure. The CGI and motion capture is mind-blowingly good. I could not believe it. I was mesmerized by Giant Country. And the way the BFG looked is so good. I can say this movie and The Jungle Book are the best CGI movies I have seen so far this year. Next, let's talk about Spielberg's direction. It is so good. This man is like 75 years old and he's still making movies like a true class man. He just does this so well. This small children's book, making it look so beautiful and magical. This movie was filled with magic, and Spielberg is that guy to direct a movie, and he does such a great job with it. The soundtrack by the one and only John Williams, the best film composer alive. If you need to watch a Spielberg movie and you need a composer, John Williams is your man, even though I don't think this is one of his best, Star Wars, but this soundtrack was still great. It's so emotionally great to listen to. However, guys, this movie had some flaws in it. They're kind of minor, but I just want to jump right into them. First off, There were some scenes in this movie that were kind of slow. And by slow, I mean the first couple of scenes, they're introducing things and they do take a lot of screen time for you to introduce them. If they could have shortened it down and not introduced many things, then I could have gotten behind it. Finally, the second act of the movie I felt wasn't as good as the first. There's one scene in particular in this movie, you guys know what scene I'm talking about. It's dragged on for so long, I really didn't care about it. I didn't find it funny. If they just kept the story going and didn't have to extend the scene, then the second act would have been better. And that's it for flaws. Overall, this movie was very charming and cute. I loved it. I was very surprised by it. Rylance and Barnhill give very strong performances, and it is a solid effort by Steven Spielberg. On my rating scale, I'm going to give the BFG a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely a great kids film to see this weekend. Alright guys, that was my review for the BFG. Have you guys seen the movie yet? Are you going to go see it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm sorry guys if the quality on this video isn't as strong as before. I have to make sacrifices just for you guys, so this new setup will do just for now. Anyways, if you guys like this video, as always, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!